Hello beautiful people of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my 2013 review of how this year's gone and what I've sort of done within this year and experienced and achieved and stuff like that. So at the beginning of this year, January, I decided that I needed to hang out with my friends a lot more than I did, because they will always be there for me. So in January I went to my friend Jessica's 15th birthday party, and it was really good, and I spoke to people that maybe I wouldn't normally speak to but were her friends, so I spoke to them, which was good. And yeah, it was just a great time and it was an amazing party. So yeah, then in February 2013 I went to my first concert, and for me that was an achievement as well as an experience, that I got to go to my first concert and I got to go see my favourite band, which was even better, and it was just a really good time. Although it was really crowded and the atmosphere wasn't very good because loads of people did get hurt, including me and my friend, I still got to see my favourite band live, so I was still happy at the end of it. Then moving swiftly on to May, I completely skipped 2 months because I cannot think of anything for them. So going to May, I went to see a We Are the In Crowd in concert, and it was absolutely amazing. I went with my cousin and the atmosphere was really good this time, and I was right at the front like the whole time. It was We Are the In Crowd, Never Shout Never and Fort Hope, and Fort Hope were really good, like no one really heard of them, but they were a really good band and I liked them a lot. Then in June I met my friend Lizzie, and it was amazing. Like literally, she is so cool, and it sucks that it took us about 6-7 months to see her again, because she lives so far away, but we will, I promise next year we will see each other before 7 months. We will see each other sooner than 7 months apart. So yeah. Then in July was suckish month, what was at the time. Now I'm more happy, so it was turned out alright in the end. But mid-July I broke up with me and my boyfriend split. My old ex-boyfriend split in July, and it was really hard at first. I cried most of the time because what I thought happened, and the reason why we split and stuff like that, and it was all true, so just go with your heart, because that's what I did, and unfortunately it was the truth. But yeah, so I split up with my ex-boyfriend back in July, and it sucked like hell, and I was really upset for a very long time, because it wasn't like a month relationship or something like that, because I'd probably be upset, but I wouldn't have been upset as I was. But it was for nearly 2.5 years, and to think we'd experienced so many things. And it was like the little things where certain songs would come on, or even in my room, I didn't want to come in my room, and I began to spend a lot more time with my parents because I didn't want to spend time in my room, hence why I had to move it all around, because when I first broke up with him, it was in the same, when we first broke up, it was in the same layout as it was when I was with him, and you just remember the little things. So I had a new room, move around and stuff like that, and I prefer my room like this, and I didn't have it like this when I was with him, so I can't remember anything. But yeah, it was just a little thing, so it sort of really upset me. Or because he'd been there for 2.5 years, if stuff such as my a family member was to become really ill, he'd always used to be there for me, and it was really hard that there wasn't someone there, but I knew that it was for the best. So yeah. On a more happier note, in August 2013 I went on some amazing adventures with my cousin Amy, and you guys are probably like, really? You don't say? Because it's always with my cousin Amy, because she's like a sister to me as well as a best friend and a cousin. So yeah, and she's always there, and she's one of the people that I know that will always be there through everything, and she was always there through the breakup and stuff like that. So yeah. Then moving on to September, I went back to school, which sucked, but before I went back to school I went to Walton, and it was at the 1st of September, so it was only just into September. I went to Walton on A's, which is a thing I do yearly, but I normally do it with my dad's side of the family, but this year I did it with my mum's side of the family, and it was me, my mum, my dad and my cousin Amy, and it was a really, really good day, and I did vlog it, so if you haven't seen it I will leave the link down below. So you can check that out. It was probably one of my favourite daily vlogs that I've done, so I'll leave it down below. Then in October, this was recently on the news about the Apollo Theatre, and I was very sad, and I give my greatest respect to the people that got hurt or fatally injured and stuff like that. But I did go see Curious back in October, and it was a really, really, really cool piece, and I'd just everything, all the layout and stuff like that, and the lighting, and because I had to study it from October to December because of my GCSE, it was a lot more, I had to learn it, but I didn't feel that I was getting forced into learning it. I felt that I really had an interest in it and really liked the backstory, I suppose. So yeah. Then in November, I was the happiest girl in my entire life. November and December, the last 2 months of 2013 have been the best by far. So in November, I found out that I got an A-star in my composition piece, which is the song I'm doing for my music video. And it gave me a lot more confidence to now want to do the music video. I mean, I was going to do it, but I was scared on how it would turn out because I didn't really know if it was good enough and stuff like that. But now I feel like I got an A-star in it, and I can do whatever I want to do, and I can do the things I need to do with it to be able to make it a good quality video. So yeah, look forward to that in the new year. Then December. December was full, has been full with amazing experiences and days out and meeting new people and stuff like that. So it first started on the 5th of December when I went to see Elijah and the Bear live, and they are an amazing band and I love them, and if you haven't heard them then you should. Yeah, you should go check them out, and they're really good live as well, and I think they're even better live than they are their normal music, like EPs and CDs and stuff like that. And yeah, they're really cool, and I had an amazing time, and we were front row, and yeah. Then on the 15th of, oh, I'm tired, I'm sorry. 14th of December, I went to the festive gathering. It was okay. I suppose my last year's festive was a lot better to me, but I personally felt that was because last year's festive was my first ever gathering, whereas this was my 6th gathering, so I was sort of used to the way it worked, whereas my first gathering I was just amazed by everything, because I was like, oh my god, there's people in a field standing talking to each other and having a laugh, whereas now I'm like, that's what you expect from a gathering, to meet new people and have a laugh. So yeah, it didn't really excite me this time. So yeah, then also the night of the festive gathering I came home and I went to my friend Jade's 16th birthday party, and it was really, really cool, and I spoke to a lot of people that I didn't normally speak to. I also hung around with people I normally talk to, but it was cool to hang out around school, outside the school, because there's people I don't really hang out with outside school, yet I hang with inside school. So yeah, it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it, so yeah. Then what else happened? And then finally, but definitely not least, I met my friend Emily, and she is absolutely amazing. She makes me laugh. She's always there when I don't feel well and stuff like that. And yeah, I really hope to meet her in the new year, so that's the thing. Yeah, that was my year. Yeah, I've lost some people this year, but I've also gained people like Emily, so I'm happy where I am at this moment, and I feel like I can make this video and be happy with what's happened, even though some stuff has been quite bad. So yeah, that was my 2013 review. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would say make a response video, but it is the 31st. I did upload this a bit late. And tomorrow we're in 2014. So it's really scary. But yeah, I love you guys lots, and I will speak to you guys next week. Next week there will be a completely different background.